Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the final class before Christmas. Hope you're all doing well. I thought today's class could be a nice heart-opening sequence. So we're going to be working on our back bends and opening through the front of the body. Yeah, nothing much else to say, but I hope you have a good time. And we're going to start in a seat. Grab any props that you need and we'll get going. So we're going to start in a simple Sukhasana, so easy seated position. You want your ankles just underneath your knees if you can. You can also sit up on something, so you could sit on a block, you could sit on a cushion, anything you need, if that is more comfortable for you, if that allows you to sit up a bit taller on the spine. So if you find that you're rolling down, you can use a prop underneath you just for a bit of support. Bring your hands onto your knees. Take a few rolls through your shoulders. And close your eyes. And whether it's the morning or whether you're practicing at another time, start to inhale and take the deepest breath you've taken all day. And then release it through your lips. And again, a big inhale. And release. And then just steady the breath, steady the mind. Take a moment for yourself in the seated position before we begin to move around. So Christmas normally is a really busy time for everybody. And this year, obviously, we have a little bit of weirdness going on in the world. So just take some time, ease yourself into your practice, really try to connect with your breath, and don't put too much pressure on yourself. We're going to be practicing, as I say, some back bends. They can be really nice and opening, and sometimes they can feel vulnerable. So just go easy on yourself. If you want to take a break, take a break. From your seats, you can blink your eyes open, and I will take my fleece off eventually. It's just a little bit chilly here. Blink your eyes open and just start to walk your hands forwards. We're going to fold over our legs. So really up to you how deep you want to fold. You can let your head just dangle in midair. Slight tuck to the chin, to the back of the neck. Feels really nice and long. Again, use your breath, connect with the breath. And then push your hands into the mat and start to walk your hands back into the body. So you sit up tall. From here, we're going to move into a side bend. So inhale, right hand comes just outside the right hip, and the left arm sweeps up and over. And we reach to the right side of the room. As you reach, try to press down your left hip. You're kind of getting this maximum stretch through the left side of the body. Try not to just dump all the weight into this bottom hand, but you're slightly pressing the ground away. Good inhale, switching sides, left hand comes down. Right arm up and over. Reaching. Same thing applies, pressing the hip down, reaching up, pressing the mat away with the hand. And then coming back up. Good. From here, we're going to come onto kneeling. So if it's not okay for your knees, just stay in a comfortable seat as you were. However, if you can come into kneeling, then do. From here, we're going to open our arms up like a big cactus shape, like in a desert. And then we're going to inhale, push the elbows back, draw the shoulder blades together, and push the chest through, looking up, a back bend. And then on your exhale, you're going to round the spine, tuck the chin, and pull the elbows together. 2 more like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Like a cat-cow movement through the spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Good. Now keep the arms up, open them out wide. Take an inhale. And then exhale, wrap your right arm over the left, eagle arm. So option 1, hands onto the shoulders. Option 2, palms of the hands together, or maybe backs of the hands together. Lift the elbows so that they're in line with the shoulders. Now same thing, back bending here, cat-cow, 3 rounds. Inhale, lift the elbows up high, lift the rib cage up. And then exhale, pull the elbows in, round the spine, tuck the chin. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Good, coming back up. Open the arms out wide. We switch sides, so inhale, left arm over the right. Option 1, hands to shoulders. Option 2, palms, backs of the hands together. Option 3, palms of the hands together. Lift the elbows, inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, round it forward. Inhaling. And exhaling. Good, inhale, come back to center, release the arms. Good, and from here we're going to move ourselves into a little toe stand. So, lean forwards, tuck the toes under, and start to sit back on the heels. Your choice, whether you stay with the hands down, or whether you come up, hands onto knees, or maybe hands to heart center. I'm going to stay with hands on knees. My feet are feeling quite tight. I don't know if it's something about wearing winter boots and walking around in them. Yeah, feeling a little bit tight in the sole of the feet today. Three more deep breaths here. And release. Good, from here, just sit back and we're just going to lie down on our backs and take a few rounds of bridge pose. So make sure the toes pointing forwards. You can tuck the pelvis so the lower back is pressing down onto the mat. You're going to bring the hands by the sides. You want to make sure you can just slightly tickle the backs of the heels. Press the palms down, shoulders down the back. Inhale, lifting up through the hips, holding here. Imagine you're dragging your heels back towards you to energize the backs of the legs. Don't worry about how high you're going here. Exhale, release. Again, inhale, tuck the pelvis, lift. Imagine you're holding something between your knees, so you're rolling the thighs inwards. 3, 2, 1, release. Good. One more like that. Inhale, lift. Lifting the hips, keeping the belly and the ribs down. 3, 2, and 1, coming all the way down. Pull the knees in, give yourself a nice squeeze and maybe rock from side to side. And we're going to see if we can roll our way up to squat, malasana. So if you can do it in one movement, give it a try. So you're just going to hold behind the knees. You're going to rock and roll a couple of times, create a bit of momentum. Knees need to come quite wide. And then maybe release the legs and come up. Maybe more gracefully than me. Then stay in your squat. Adjust the knees if you need to. Push the knees away with the arms, maybe hands into heart center. And then from here, we're just going to lift up through the hips. Keep the belly towards the thighs, folding over the legs. Turn the toes in so that they're parallel. And then just letting yourself hang over the legs. Arms draping, maybe fingertips dangling. Try to completely relax through the back, through the spine, through the head. And then bend the knees and slowly start to roll up to standing. I think I can take my fleece off now. Definitely going to be warming up a little bit more. So, sun salutations. Bring the feet about as wide as your hips, toes pointing forwards. Let's just take a moment, bring the hands to heart center. If you've lost the pattern of breath, now's your time to come back to it. Good. And let's take 2 rounds of Surya Namaskar A, so hands by your sides. And then on your inhale, lift the arms all the way up, look up between the thumbs. Exhale, hinge forwards, Uttanasana, you can bend the knees. Inhale, look up halfway, draw the shoulder blades back, behind the back. And then exhale, hands down, step back into your plank. Let's hold plank for 3 breaths. 1, push the mat away, draw the belly and draw the ribs in. 2, push the heels away. On 3, drop the knees. Move through knees, chest, chin. So knees, and the chest comes down, the chin comes down, the bum stays in the air. Look forwards. And then on your inhale, ripple forwards into your baby cobra. So elbows hug back, press the tops of the feet down. Then exhale, push back, child's pose. And then when you're ready, tuck the toes and move into your downward facing dog. Holding down dog for 3 deep breaths. 1, 2, 3. Good. Bend the knees. Look forwards. Take a big step. Come to the top of your mat. Make sure toes are pointing forward. Looking up halfway. Press the shins away. Exhale, round. And then inhale, reaching all the way back up. Good. Let's do that again. Exhale, folding straight back down. Just warming up through the body. Inhale, look up halfway. You can have fingertips down if that's available. And then hands down, step back into your plank. This time Chaturanga. So strong through the body. Keep the body in a plank. As you bend the elbows, look forwards. Inhale, upward facing. Lift the knees off the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog for 5 breaths. 1. Regulate the inhales. Keep breathing. 2. 3. Draw the belly in on each inhale. 4. 5. Good. Inhale, bend the knees, look forwards, step or take a little hop to the top, looking up halfway. And then exhale, you're going to fold over the legs. Inhale, reaching all the way up. And then exhale, bring the palms into heart center. Big inhale here. Big sigh. Return to the breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Good, and from here, we're just going to step the feet into the center. So big toes are touching, heels are slightly apart, bring the hands by the sides. 1 round of Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the ground, and then reach up into your chair pose. Exhale, fold into Uttanasana. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, step or hop back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, right foot steps forward, so pick up the right foot, step it in between the hands, back heel down, warrior 1, we reach up. Press the front knee forwards. Exhale, hands down. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Left side, so on your inhale, look forwards. Left foot steps in between the hands. Right heel comes down. You reach up. Really pressing firmly through the right foot, so outer edge of back foot. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, down dog. You're going to hold your down dog, holding it there. 5 breaths. 1. So if you need to, you might take a big sigh. 2. Remember, child's pose is always available for you if you need to. 3. 4. On 5, inhale, look forwards. Step or jump to the top of your mat, look up halfway. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, coming into your chair pose. And let's hold chair pose for 3 deep breaths. If you have your crow pose, you can take crow pose here instead. 1, squeeze the thighs together. 2, lift the arms face into center. And then on 3, the hands are going to come down, you're going to fold. Place the hands down on the mat and step back into your downward facing dog, holding there. Good, on your next inhale, reach your right leg up high, 3-legged dog, pointing the toe. And then as you exhale, you're looking forward, you're bringing the knee towards the nose, and you see if you can step the right foot in between the hands. Keep the back heel lifted here. We're moving into our high lunge. 1, so lifting through the upper body, pressing the front knee forwards. 2, roll onto the ball of the big toe, if that's the thing. So you're not rolling onto the outer edge of the back foot. 3, try to lift through the chest. 4. On 5, we turn into our warrior 2, so back heel down, reaching the arms out. So for our back bends, we need a solid foundation through the legs. We need to be grounded and pushing the ground away with the legs. The strength of the legs and the strength of the hips is going to protect sensitive lower backs. Good. From here, we're coming into our half moon. So you're going to look forward. You're going to reach forward. You're going to bring your right hand down to the outer corner of the mat. And you're going to shift your weight onto your right foot. Lift the left leg. You might need your hand on a block here. From here, open the hips out wide. Flex the top foot. Open the chest and start to reach up. If you've got the balance, you can look up. For 3. Roll the chest open as much as you can. 2. 1. Good. Both hands are going to come down to the mat. And then from there, you're going to lift the left leg up, coming into your standing split. So you might walk your hands, maybe one hand around the right leg. Maybe both hands around the right leg. And just try to draw yourself down towards the shin. For 3, point the toe of the top leg. 2, on 1, both hands down, and we take a big step, and we can vinyasa. Lower down Chaturanga, inhale upward facing, and then exhale, moving into your downward facing dog. The vinyasas are always a chance for you to just catch your breath a little bit, regulate the breath. Good. All right, let's inhale, lift the left leg up now, 3-legged dog. And then exhale, step the left foot in between the hands. Back heel is up high, really strong through the legs. And we rise into our high lunge for 3, or should I say 5? Take 5 breaths into this one. 4, press the front knee forwards. 3, draw the belly in. 2, on 1, we're going to open out, warrior 2, nice wide stance through the legs, reaching through the arms. Breathing here, try to slightly tuck the lower back and the pelvis, keep the ribs in, try not to flare them out. 1 more deep breath here. And then we move into our half moon. So looking forward, left hand comes down, and we start to lift the right leg into the air, reaching up through the right hand. And then if we've got the balance, we can start to look up, holding, kicking the top foot away. 3, open the chest. 2, 1, good, both hands come down. We move into our standing splits. So kicking that top leg up, maybe bringing one hand around one leg, leaning the weight forwards for 3, 2, on 1, both hands down, good, stepping back, moving through your vinyasa, meeting back in downward facing dog. Good, from your down dog, again, inhale, reach your right leg up high. Then exhale, step the right foot in between the hands, back heel is down, and we're coming into our warrior 1. This time holding here, so back heel really pressing down into the mat, reaching up. Good, holding. So slightly turn your chest towards your front leg. Your hips are not going to be completely square here. That's okay, but they're not open like a warrior 2. They're kind of starting to turn towards the front edge of the mat. Holding just for 1 more deep breath. Good, and from here we're going to bring the palms into heart center, another standing balance. Lean your weight into your front foot, warrior 3. So you're lifting the back leg, you're extending the back leg away from you, flexing the foot, looking forwards. Roll the chest open for 3. Strong through the legs here. 2, 1. From here, don't let that foot touch the ground. Bring the left knee up into the chest. We're going to move straight into eagle. So wrap your left leg over the right if you can. Left foot around the right calf. Squeezing the thighs together. And then eagle arms again. Right arm over left palms together. Sit low, lift the elbows for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Release and step to Samasthiti here at the top of your mat. Hands onto the waist. Make sure your feet are about as wide as your hips, toes pointing forwards. And you're going to inhale, look up, stretch the belly. And then exhale, start to fold into Padangustasana. So grabbing on the big toes with first 2 fingers and thumb. Inhale, look forwards, lean forward, pull the belly up. And then exhale, around the spine and fold. 1, press the toes down into the hands. 2, pull up through the hands. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hands down. You can move through crow pose. You're going to jump back, Chaturanga, all the way back into downward facing dog. So hopefully we're feeling pretty warmed up through the legs and hips here. And through the shoulders, in fact. Good, let's go on to left side. So inhale, left leg sweeps up, and then exhale, step the left foot through. We come into warrior 1 on the left side. So remember, hips are angling towards the front. Don't worry if they're not fully square. Pressing the front knee forwards and reaching up. 1. Try to relax the toes as much as you can. 2. Reaching up, the palms face inwards. 3. 4. On 5, bring the hands into heart center, lean the weight forwards. Warrior 3. 1, kick the leg away. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right knee comes in. Don't have to move. Moving into eagle pose, so wrapping right over left, left arm over right arm, eagle sitting down, lift the elbows high, get into the shoulders. For 3, squeeze the thighs together. 2, 1, release into Samastitihi. Good job. We can come into the same fold or Padahastasana this time. So hands onto the waist, inhale, look up, stretch. Follow out, and exhale, fold. Either grabbing onto the big toes or sliding the palms of the hands down underneath the feet. Inhale to look up, and exhale to fold. 1, keep the belly drawn in. 2, try to soften at the tops of the hips. 3, 4, 5, look up. Exhale, release, hands down, and then step. You can go through crow or jump back. Chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Take a moment in your down dog. Take a big sigh if you need to. From here, we're going to move into our wild thing. So through our 3-legged dog, I will show you. If you need to look, you can look and then try it afterwards. So from your 3-legged dog, if you know where you're going, just follow my voice. Right knee lifts, right leg lifts. We bend the right knee, we squeeze the heel towards the bum, we tilt the hips open, and eventually we start to tip our body over so that the right foot comes down, just on the ball of the foot, on the knife edge of the left foot, and we sweep the body open into our wild thing. We're really lifting and opening through the chest, through the hips. 3, pushing the mat away. 2, and then on 1, we come back, same way, through our 3-legged dog. Good, take a little break for the wrists if you need it, sitting back on the heels for child's pose. Not for too long. And then come up again. You're going to do that one more time, so coming up into your downward facing dog. Lifting the left leg up, bend the left knee, squeeze heel to bum, tilt your body open, lift the knee up as high as it can go until eventually you're flipping over onto your wild thing. In your wild thing, imagine you could actually kind of step over straight into your wheel. So it's really lifting and opening through the chest, lifting through the hips, getting this nice arch through the body. And then coming back into downward facing and then dropping the knees. If you want to take a vinyasa from here, you can take a vinyasa or just coming down into child's pose straight away. We'll all meet back in child's pose eventually. From your child's pose, come into downward facing dog. Look forwards and then step or jump and sit down. Extend the legs out ahead of you. We're going to move into Shavasana. So the right knee is going to bend. Bring the foot into the left thigh. Flex your left foot. And just like our warrior 1, we're slightly angling our torso towards the front leg or the extended leg. From here, we're going to inhale. Reach forwards. Maybe you can grab onto your foot. Don't worry, if not, you can grab onto the shin. Or you can use the strap. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the belly. And then exhale, start to extend forwards. You're thinking folding forwards, chin forwards rather than down. Don't worry about how deeply you're folding, particularly if you're first thing in the morning on a wintry December, because your body's probably going to take a little bit longer to warm up. Just see where you get to and breathe deeply, focus on your breath. and start to look up. Exhale, release. Pick up your right knee. Good. And then step the right foot over the left knee. We move into Ardha Matsyendrasana. You can keep the leg extended, or you can bend the left knee. Bring your right fingertips behind you. Really roll the shoulder open and lift the chest. You can keep the arm hugging onto the knee, or you can hook the elbow on the outer edge of the knee, lifting through the chest. You don't need to look over your shoulder. If that is painful for the neck, you can keep your kind of face in line with the direction of your chest. Mine would be this way. Maybe if I twist a little bit more, it can be a little bit more towards the side. Try to grow your chest, your spine out of the hips, lifting through the hips. And look forwards and release your twist. Good. You might take just a little counter twist towards the other side, not too deep. Good. And then extend the right leg. We're going to come into Janu Sirsasana on the left side now. So left foot comes in to the right thigh. We flex this right foot. We extend the leg. And we inhale. Use your inhale. Reach forwards. Good. We pull the belly in. And then we exhale, start to fold. And then we use that same movement with the breath. We inhale. Exhale. Maybe a slight undulation. Maybe it's more internal. And then looking up. And release. Pick up the left foot. Step the foot over the right knee. Keep this right leg extended or bend it if you want to, if you did so on the previous side. Left fingertips behind you, and then we're going to hug the elbow on the outer edge of the knee. And then look forwards, release, a little bit of a counter twist. Good, and then come back into center. Extend your legs, and then pull yourself to the front of your mat with the knees bent, arms come up, and we slowly, slowly hug the belly in as we round through the pelvis and lower all the way down, using our core strength to come down to the mat. Good. And you're going to pull the feet in, and we're going to finish up the class with 3 back bends. So we should be all set up for our back bends now. So we've got our legs have been nice and engaged, our hips are open, our shoulders and our chest are feeling nice and open. And we can come straight into bridge. This is one you can stay with throughout the 3 rounds, or afterwards we're going to progress into wheel. So palms down, feet forward. We've already done this once today. Tuck the pelvis, inhale, lift the hips, and we're going to hold this one 5 breaths this time. Try to slightly lift the chin away from the chest. Spiral the thighs inwards. Drag the heels towards you. Press the palms down. Feeling the legs fire up. And then slowly, slowly lowering yourself down. If you're happy with that one, continue that one, 5 more breaths. You're coming into wheel, hands underneath your shoulders. Lift to the crown of your head. And then come up into your wheel pose. Holding. 3, 2, 1, starting to come down. Take a short break. And then you come into your final back bend, 5 breaths, either wheel or your bridge. Lift up for 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on 5, lower your hips, just take a moment and breathe. Wiggle your feet into the center so big toes are touching, and then let the knees drop out, come into your reclining butterfly pose. So knees just dropping out to the sides, maybe hands on the body, or hands by the sides, or hands overhead. And then just carefully and gently, you can use your hand if you need to, pick up left knee and just take it over so that it stacks over the right. So you're coming into almost like a little twist. Just a gentle twist, adjust as needed, looking over towards the left. And then we come back into center, and then over towards the left. Then back into the center, and pull your knees in. Give yourself a squeeze. Rock gently from side to side, and then open out into happy baby, grabbing on either to the feet or the toes or the ankles. Lower back is pressing down onto the mat. Flexing the feet like the toes and the soles of the feet are pressing to the ceiling. You may even want to rock from side to side. That might feel good. Good. And then just a final moment to do anything you feel that you need to do, anything at all. Any movement, you can just come straight to Shavasana. When you're ready to, extending the legs out, letting the feet flop out to the sides, bring the palms and hands by the sides, palms facing up. Draw the shoulder blades together behind the back. Let your body just get into the comfiest position available to it. Take a really nice big breath in. Let it go. Letting the postures go. Letting your control and engagement of the breath go. Letting your body relax and just dropping into how you're feeling in this moment. Relaxing the jaw. Relaxing the eyes, the eyeballs. Relaxing your throat. We're going to start to deepen the breath now. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Reach your arms up and roll onto one side. Use one hand and just carefully press yourself up to a seat. And once you get there, just bring the palms into heart center and bowing your head down towards the hands. Take a big inhale, feel the heart space lift. And release. Blink your eyes open and come back to the room. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that practice and I hope you have a lovely Christmas and I will see you sometime in the new year. Take care of yourselves.